Welcome, Gemini, to your Libra Full Moon 2-week forecast for the Ascendant, the Sun, or the Moon across the 1st and 2nd of April, depending on location. The Moon at 12 degrees 21 goes face to face with the Sun in Aries. Full moons can create tension. They can have a theme, but to really understand what you can expect in terms of your energy, finance, work, and relationships over the next fortnight, we need to look at the event from a purely Gemini perspective. And I'm going to share your event chart to do that. I'm astrologer Patrick Arundell. A very warm welcome. If you've yet to subscribe to my channel, please do so now to help it to continue to thrive. So on the screen is the chart. Now, the big takeout, of course, the moon in Libra likes equilibrium. It's also an air sign, so it's about communication. And that balance needs to be fed for you into the part of your situation that's to do with your self-expression, the fifth house. But the fifth house is where we can be very affectionate. It's where we can have fun, but also it's where we may set our heart's desire. So it can be around things like romance, but also showcasing our unique brilliance. The collective that goes beyond the sun this year in Aries is very much to do with your connections to others. So that can be your long-term plan. It can be your network, but also your friendships. So one of the things you may need to ask yourself over the next couple of weeks, are you on the right track with that long-term plan in terms of really manifesting what makes you uniquely special? And if the answer is no, then that's when there needs to be a realignment. Because essentially the sun and the moon are in opposition and therefore they're competing. They're not integrated. What we do have on this event is, for you particularly, an extremely powerful Jupiter position. Now, Jupiter can, of course, be about luck, but in the sign of Cancer, it's a more emotional and spiritual dimension, but it is in the part of your chart to do with everyday money. And I think because it forges not just a T-square with the sun and the moon, which can be intriguing, it's also in a wonderful link with your ruler Mercury, which is right at the top of your chart, but out of the retrograde. So I think this could be a crucial time for you as far as your career or worldly interactions are concerned. So if you don't feel you're on the right track, I think you're really being encouraged by Jupiter to think what would give you the most personal validation, because the second house is all about how we value ourselves. Now, it could have a financial dimension, particularly in that link with Jupiter for sure. But if you can ask yourself the question and answer it in the affirmative that you are on the right track, it may just be that you need to manage your time better over the next 2 weeks, because we can't please all of the people all of the time. And your talent is that you get on with so many different people. And that need to just perhaps step back a little bit is emphasized by the fact that Venus, the planet of relating, has moved into a more reflective part of your chart. It's also coming into a square with Pluto, the planet of transformation, but also revelations. Is there going to be something that starts to emerge around your love life in terms of becoming more conscious of someone's energy or importance to you? Or is there a need to perhaps step away because you don't feel you're on that right track and direction? But as far as your professional situation is concerned, I think this can be a very important full moon in a positive way. That collective at the top of your chart, particularly Mars, has certainly been given, in the case of Mars, given you a lot more assertiveness, a lot more self-assurance. And that's coming into a great link with Uranus. And something you've been doing quietly or researching or developing on the back burner could burst into the open by the end of April in the most incredibly impressive way. So it's a big existential question for you, Gemini. Do you feel you're on the right track, whether it is in a relationship, a friendship, your social group, professionally, or in terms of your interests. If you are, you just need to manage your time better. But if you are wanting to really go for it as far as your career is concerned, this is a fantastic event chart for you. I'm going to recap all of it shortly across those four areas of energy, work, relationships, and finance. But if you've yet to watch your deep dive video for April, that's on the screen now. You can sign up for your free daily horoscope via your device each morning. Please click the link below. Get your celestial pit stop first thing. If you'd like to work with me, please check out my testimonials below. Be a pleasure to help. If you've yet to order your personal horoscopes, we've kept the price at 50% off since Christmas because we know a lot of people are feeling the pinch. Please see the link below for more. So to summarize, I think as far as a relationship is concerned, if you're not sure, then I think Venus being in that 12th house could give you food for thought. It doesn't mean to say the relationship will definitely end, however. If you're very clear about your direction professionally, that link between Mercury and Jupiter could be very lucky financially. Mars is also giving you a lot of extra uh, desire to show initiative, but also bring some ideas that have been developing quietly into the sunlight, and you can do it by the end of this month. As far as Saturn's link to Pluto, that's intriguing because I think the links you do need at the moment need to be with people that you really respect, advice givers, people who have wisdom, but also can help to transform your life in a way which uplifts you. But that moon in the fifth house can also be playful. And whatever you're doing at the moment, I think it's really important to be enjoying it. So to recap, are you on the right track in any situation at all? That's the big question. And if you don't feel you're getting real joy and pleasure from what you're doing, it may be time for a rethink. But if you are on the right track professionally, a stunning time. But as far as relationships are concerned, maybe a period when you just need to have a bit more time to yourself to work out what your options are. All the best, Gemini. Take care and goodbye.